This is it. All of our work, all of our investigations, all of our prodding is leading, has brought us to this place. June 22nd, 9:51 a.m. District Court Defendant Lobby number 3. Hello, ladies and gents. I'm Mr. Rita, and welcome back to Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. Justice for all. I kept wanting to say Turnabout. This is Reunion and Turnabout. Nick? Yeah? Did you know that Von Karma's daughter's only 18? Just like me? Yeah? Why? I was just thinking about how strong she is. She's not strong, she's a bitch. I mean, she's been in Germany all this time by herself. And she's so grown up. I don't think she took care of herself. There had to be somebody taking care of her. Yeah, and I'm sure she felt a lot of pressure from her father's reputation. And then you look at me and, well, you're a medium. You can literally channel a spirit and become that person. Do you know how much evil you could do with that? Yet you don't even consider it. I'm the daughter of a master, but I'm still just a little girl. I mean, Pearl's a little girl. You're a child. On top of that, I'm suspect in a murder trial. Not anymore. But I think you're really strong too, Maya. For all you've gone through. Good morning! The two of you look like you're doing well today. I'm happy for you. Hey, morning, Pearly. You'll be safe today, Mystic Maya. Huh? What do you mean? My mother is coming today to show her support. She's a witness. Yeah, that's right, Pearly. Hey, Pearls. Huh? Yes, Mr. Nick? Do you think you could do me a big favor? Could you channel Mia today, too? Huh? I was sort of hoping to sit in the audience today and watch. Please. It's very important to me. I don't feel confident enough without her help. Mr. Nick, that's enough. You can't show weakness in front of the person you love. Pearly! Not this again. Please, can you do this for us, Pearls? Alright, I'll do it. I'll do it for Mystic Maya's sake. See you later then. I'll leave you two to your alone time. She knows too much for a sheltered child. Thank goodness. Nick? This way, Pearls. This way. Pearls won't be able to see today's trial. What do you mean? What's going on? Because we're going after Morgan. Court is now in session for the trial of Maya Fey. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Let's start already. Mr. Phoenix Wright, I look forward to tonight's news with great joy. The image of your defeated face will be transmitted all over the world. All over the world, huh? Sounds like you made quite a name for yourself, Phoenix. Don't be foolish, you foolish fool wearing the foolishly foolish clothes. The famous one is me. I'm the prodigy who has never lost a case since becoming a prosecutor 5 years ago. Naturally, the world's eyes are on me as I conduct my first trial in this country. Uh-huh. That's nice, Miss Von Karma. Glad to see you're in such good spirits today, Miss Fey. It's true what they say. Women really are scary when they fight. Now then, very interesting theory was presented during yesterday's session. Ignore it. the defendant could have left the channeling chamber, correct?
Yes. And this key is proof of that. This key, the only key to the channeling chamber, was not where it should have been.
Your Honor, I would like to say one thing before we begin.
All right, let's hear it.
The prosecution has determined that from the time of the murder to the time of the arrest, the defendant did indeed leave the room at one point. What?
But, Miss Von Karma, how do you explain this picture? Are you saying, then, that the person in this picture is not the defendant?
I never said that wasn't the defendant.
Then what is the meaning of this?
All I'm saying is that Maya Fey, after killing the victim, exited the room. And I believe that is when she dropped this key.
Could you substantiate your claim?
Isn't that what I'm here for? The prosecution would like to call the defendant's aunt, Morgan Le Fay, to the stand. Just as I suspected. Aunt Morgan. Poor Mia. She seems really torn by this. Witness. Name and occupation. My name is Morgan Le Fay, and I am a spirit medium conjure thing. I do weird shit.
I'm sorry. What do you mean, in a manner of speaking?
I don't think anyone really cares. Now then, after the murder took place, you kept watch over the defendant, correct? Yes, that is correct. I performed the spirit severing technique on Mystic Maya then.
Spirit severing technique?
A technique to remove a spirit from a body and send it back to the other world. That is...
Yes, that is...
You, be quiet. Now, witness. Something happened while you were performing this technique, correct? Yes, this is correct. What? What in the world could have... Mystic Maya. She escaped from the room. What? And here we come to the hearts of the matter. Maya Fey, while in a possessed state, managed to escape from the channeling chamber.
Order! Order! Miss Fey, please testify to this court what happened during that time.
Your Honor, I will try my best. I think someone just upped the ante on this trial. After we heard the gunshots, those two broke the door open and entered the chamber. I requested that Mr. Wright and the other lady please contact the police. A pistol was hanging from Mystic Maya's hand, and she was in a daze. Then, quite suddenly, she thrusted me away from herself and escaped from the room. With great strength, she hit the base of my neck, and I fainted for a short while. I'm afraid I have no knowledge of where she went after that. Why have you hidden this until now? I did not wish to cause more trouble for Mystic Maya. However, I must correct falsities when they arise. That's right. She is simply correcting a falsity, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Why is she making it a point to take a stab at me? Never mind.
Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please.
My aunt is a very smart and sly person. It's going to be hard for us to find a crack in her testimony. That's why we press everything till we find that opening.
Wrong button.
Just now, you said those two. Who are the two people you were referring to? I was referring to that foreign lady and yourself, good sir.
Lotta's not a foreigner.
She kinda is, though, isn't she? Isn't she from America? Despite how she talks. Oh, is that so? I'm sorry. I simply could not understand her atrocious English. Not to mention, she looked awful. I can already see people in the Heartland gearing up for a riot. In any case, I have already sent the repair bill to your office, Mr. Wright. Oh, thanks.
What did you do after that, Miss Bay?
Do we really, we'll press it just cause, but was it really necessary to have two people do something as simple as call the police? There was a possibility of escape, then one of us should have stayed behind.
Yes, that is a very good point.
At that time, I, myself, was a little confused. On top of which, there was another.
Another what, madame?
Oh, it's nothing. No need to concern yourself. Yeah, we need to hear that. There was another reason you wanted both of us out of that room, wasn't there? You must testify. Why did you chase us out? I simply did not wish for there to be more victims. The lives of both the good sir and that camera woman may be in danger, is what I thought to myself.
Well, that was very noble of you, Miss Fay.
Now people have a good impression of her and a bad one of us. Looks like she caught us napping. That's my aunt for you.
Are you satisfied now, Mr. Wright? Miss Fay, please continue.
Pistol was hanging. During our investigation, you stated that you struck the defendant on the head, and this strike caused Maya to lose consciousness. Do you stand by this statement? I'm afraid I don't. The statement I gave you was a lie. Why would you lie about that? It is very painful for me to say this. However, the witness was lying to cover for the defendant. She was covering for Maya? So you were covering for the defendant? Well, yes. It was only later that I was informed of what had occurred. That the renegade mystic Maya had done something very unexpected.
Something unexpected? What, pray tell, did she...
This witness didn't and couldn't have seen what happened. If you want to know what this unexpected thing was, there is always later.
Yes, very well.
Why does it suddenly feel like there's a rock in the pit of my stomach? Now, witness, continue with what happened. My lip is hurting. I need to shave or something. Was it really that easy for her to escape from you? I'm ashamed to admit such a thing. However, yes. But you are physically larger and stronger than the defendant. There's no way she could have escaped from you so easily. Have you forgotten already, Mr. Phoenix, Wright? What about this picture? Remember that at the time, the defendant was not physically Maya Fey.
Growing old is such a mysterious thing. Trust me, I know firsthand.
Oh, it's like there's a cut right above my lip. But I think it's just a weird hair. Mystic Maya's body was still that of the nurse she had called. But if she had run away, wouldn't you have given chase right away? Well, yes, I would have. However... fainted? I became dizzy and then collapsed onto the floor.
How long were you unconscious?
I'm not sure. About 10 minutes, perhaps.
And the defendant almost certainly went somewhere in that time.
Happy? Witness, elaborate on that point for us.
Is that because you were unconscious?
Why, yes. Great. Now what?
So while you were unconscious, you have absolutely no idea where the defendant went.
I would think that's obvious, good sir.
That's true. Then how can you know for sure the defendant left the channeling chamber at all? Now that you mention it, I have to wonder myself.
It's true that this witness is not able to confirm this. But the key word here is this witness.
What do you mean by that?
It means she has another witness up her sleeve, idiot. That's what.
Eeny meeny.
Looks like Miss Von Karma is ready to move on to her next witness.
That's enough. From what I can tell, there's nothing wrong with this witness's testimony. And from what she has said, we can establish that Maya Fey did leave the chamber.
Hope this isn't going to come back and bite us in the ass. Now, let's take the next logical step and ask, where did the defendant go after leaving the channeling chamber?
Yes. That is exactly where we should be.
Now then, what the escapee had done was she had gone to speak with a certain person. She went to speak with someone, her sister.
Who was it?
The prosecution calls Miss Eeny Meeny, who was sleeping in the side room at the time.
I think you can see where this is headed. Alright, so again, to me, I don't think it's Eeny. I think it's the dead sister that Eeny actually died in the accident.
Witness, name and occupation.
Okay, so my name is, like, Eeny Meeny. I'm, like, researching, like, parapsychology stuff at the, university. What is this parapsychology?
Let's see. It's like, I guess, most people call it occult stuff.
Even if that's what most people call it, I can't say I understand what that means.
Then I suggest you go home and research it yourself.
Yes, sir.
Now then, Miss Miney. After the murder takes place, you spoke with the defendant, Maya Fey. Is this correct?
Like,
I guess? If that's the case, then let's hear your testimony. That is alright, isn't it, Your Honor?
Yes, sir. Thing's good, Your Honor. Have your spine. Grow some balls.
Like, when the channeling started, I was, like, sleeping in the side room. Like, a little later, someone came into the room, like, really suddenly. It was like, oh my god, totally my sister. I, like, hadn't seen her in, like, so long. I was so happy in, like, a sad way. My sister, she, like, told me something, like, totally terrible.
Now hold your horses, young lady. You're saying the person that entered was your sister? Don't you mean the defendant, Maya Fey?
Really now, Your Honor. Maya Fey was still in the middle of the channeling at the time.
Are you saying that the spirit was the spirit of this witness's sister?
Yes, Mimi Miney. She was a nurse at Dr. Gray's clinic. Oh,
Well, this is...
witness. Like,
Yeah?
in your testimony, you mentioned a terrible thing. Why don't you tell the court what this terrible thing was? I'm sure we'd love to hear about it. Like, do I totally, like, really have to? Of course.
Miss Mighty, please.
My sister? Like, this is what she said to me. That was no accident. I was drugged with sleeping pills. I was murdered by that person. Look at the hair. Look at the hair. That's why I took my revenge. It's only fair, isn't it, Amy?
She took her revenge? Are you sure that's what she said?
Yeah? There. Are you satisfied, Your Honor?
No. I still can't believe it. I can't believe that a spirit would go so far as to use a medium to get revenge.
It is a bit hard to swallow. However, all the evidence and the testimonies point to this as the truth. The end.
What do you think, Mr. Wright? Certainly seems like all the loose ends are accounted for.
This testimony just now, was it all made up? Was it just one huge lie? Yeah? Wait, what? How? It's well constructed, but that's all it is. Even the most well-spun lies can be undone. We can do it, Phoenix. Let's find that one loose thread and unwind this tapestry of lies. Your Honor, there is room for doubt, so the defense will cross-examine this witness. We believe that our cross-examination will reveal the real truth behind this murder. I'm not saying fool 13 times again. I wonder if you'll make this one more entertaining than the last. Alright, so we're just gonna press for now. And they started sleeping in the side room. Was that because of your, sesame allergy, was it? Like, that's right. I, think there were sesame seeds, in the lunch they served that day. I had this, premonition that it was going to totally be a seedy day. Yes, indeed.
I see.
Am I the only one who missed the boat here?
Anyway, so you were taking a nap. Did something happen while you were sleeping?
Do you know the time? Maybe a little before 11 a.m.? Something like, I think. Where's the autopsy? It doesn't show time of death. Okay. Something like that, I think. 11 a.m. Yeah, my stomach is totally ready for, food. No. I think you misunderstood me. I'm not asking what time it is now. I mean, what time was it when someone came into your room? Ah. So, that's what you meant. You should have been more, clear about it. Sorry, my bad. No, it's okay. It's really... That's it? You just stopped mid-sentence? Did I? So, What was I talking about again? Never mind. Witness, about this person who entered the side room.
Are you sure?
No, I don't recognize my own sister. I guess? You guess? Was it or was it not your sister? Like, I don't know. I mean, like, I totally don't know your sister at all, Mr. Smith. First off, name isn't Smith. Second, I'm an only child. More than that, she managed to mess up the question with her answer.
Well, Mr. Wright?
The defense rests. Well, that was a colossal waste of time. Now then, witness, how did you feel? I mean, this one doesn't seem important, but oh well. We're gonna push everything for now. You were happy in a sad way. Yeah, like, I mean, it was my sister. But wouldn't most people react here with surprise at seeing a dead loved one alive again? But like, maybe if I was like someone who didn't know about like the occult. But I like know all about the Karain channeling technique. The point here is the witness immediately recognized that it was her sister. Yeah, like what she said. Nope, we're gonna go further. Sorry, something stuck in my throat. So you really didn't think anything strange of the whole encounter? No? Like, there wasn't any reason for me to, like, think anything was strange? Don't keep badgering her. You know the phrase, objection? Could you try using that one for a while?
Mr. Wright, this question, what the witness felt when she saw her sister. Is it really that important?
Yes, it is important. Because she wasn't surprised in any way, shape, or form. There was absolutely no way for her sister to get out of the channeling room without something happening. I don't know, there is something off here. Gotta bluff for now and make it seem like I know what I'm talking about.
Alright. Mr. Wright. Miss Mighty, please amend your testimony.
Like, okay, I'm like totally cool with that. See, it's always what I say. I don't think it's this one. I wasn't like scared at all. And like her costume looked like totally normal. Good job, dumbass. How normal is... Oh, what? Let's save it. Because we never know if it wants the frickin' the clothes or the picture. We're gonna go with the clothes. That was a very well spun lie, Miss Eni. What are you babbling about this time, Mr. Phoenix Wright? It's well constructed. But that's all it is. Stealing my lines now, are we, Phoenix?
Miss Mighty, may I remind you of what you just said?
You said that there was nothing strange about your sister's appearance. Like, yeah, and... But I don't think that's what you were thinking at all. Take a look at this picture. This is a picture of the sister you met. I would think that even you would be surprised if someone appeared before you like this. The blood splay. Splay. Miss Miney, why did you not include the blood you saw in their testimony? If you were really testifying and not lying, you would have noted it right off the bat. Uh-huh.
Order! Order! Miss Mighty, what is the meaning of this? Miss Mighty?
I'm thinking! Don't interrupt me.
That...
What are you stammering about, Your Honor?
Well,
That witness, her personality did a complete 180 there. Lots of people do that when they get on the stand, though. First of all, calm yourself, witness. I'm sorry. I, didn't mean to snap. Now, hurry up with the testimony.
if you please.
The judge still looks a little shaken up. A lot of help he's going to be. The side room was, kind of dark, you know? So, the costume is, purple, right? The blood totally blended right in. And I, persuaded my sister it wasn't, right to do something like that. And then, I took my sister to the channeling chamber.
Yes, now I see. And you have given us a clear reason for why you didn't notice the blood.
You think? Thanks, Gramps.
Are you satisfied, Mr. Wright? Alright, I guess not. Very well. You may question the witness.
Alrighty, you little bitch. But it's not just the purple. Because if we look... that is. But if we look at the picture... Oops, not that one. It's on the white part. Alright? Unless... I don't understand how it actually works. So that might actually just be purple. Alright. I don't think we have anything to present. So let's just start pressing. Really? 'Cause I thought it was pretty bright inside that room. Don't push your subjective opinions onto this court. That's right. Excuse me, but how is my statement any more subjective than Miss Miney's? You are such a hopeless cause. Witness, you may feel free to ignore this trite little man. Okay. Can't breathe. Let me out of here. You didn't see the blood? Yeah. But she must have had the gun with her at the time as well. That's, Are you going to tell me next that you didn't notice the gun either? I, totally didn't. All I was looking at was, her face. Continue. What was your sister, Miss Mimi Miney, like at the time? Well, she was, totally flipped out because she just shot Dr. Gray. But I think, she knew. She said she did something really bad. And, she said she wanted to go with me to, apologize to Miss Morgan. Did Mimi Spirit really say all that to you? Yeah? Alright, let's question it. Was your sister calm by that time? I guess so. I guess maybe, taking her revenge on Dr. Gray, made her feel a lot better. I like to feel a lot better too, Mr. Wright. The sooner the better, she says with her whip at the ready. And like, Miss Morgan was the only one in the channeling chamber, you know? May I ask you one more thing, Miss Miney? Like, sure. Was there anything you found strange, unusual, or just out of place? Something out of place? Huh? Like, when do you mean? When you were going to the crime scene. Talking about when you were going to the channeling chamber, of course. Like, no, nothing strange. She answered rather quickly. Now what? Think harder. I know you can remember something. I, like, totally can't. That's not good enough. You have to explain yourself clearly to this court.
You think, Mr. Wright, that whether or not there was something odd on the way to the channeling chamber is all that important?
It's extremely important. That's because it is very, very, very important. Not that I know where I'm going with this. I do. So we're good. Very well. Miss Miney, if you will, please include a statement about this in your testimony. Save it. I don't feel like losing points and time if I don't need to. That way. There we go. I never know if it's supposed to be the person or the object. Was it supposed to be pearls or was it supposed to be the vase? You say that you didn't see anyone on the way to the channeling chamber. However, that's impossible. Like, what do you mean? I'd like to introduce someone to you. This is Miss Morgan Le Fay's daughter, Pearl Fay. Interesting. You have a semi-intelligent look on your face. So, what about this child? Just so happens that at the time of the murder, Pearl was playing in the center garden. The garden? Yep. Which means anyone walking through the area would have been able to see her. So, Miss Miney, what do you have to say to that? Oh. As the court can see, she's a bit of an airhead. Also, she was leading her sister at that time. Do you honestly think she would have noticed a simple child playing? Preposterous. She wasn't just playing. And I can prove it. Oh, what sort of foolish? There's no way someone walking along the winding way could have not noticed Pearl. Oops. This urn is my proof. An old, cracked clay pot. What is that going to prove? Do you know why it's cracked? Because Pearl broke it. That's why.
She broke the urn?
Why? Why do I feel like you're about to ruin my beautiful day? This urn was broken around the time the channeling started. And Pearl was the one who put it back together, while sitting right in the middle of the winding way. What? Miss Miney. Pearl was there in the winding way at the time. She was hard at work, putting pieces of the urn back together. If you couldn't see that while you were walking, I'd have to declare you legally blind. I think I have sufficiently proven one thing, Miss Miney. You are a masterful liar.
Mr. Wright,
You need to watch what you say. The one who needs to watch what she's saying is the witness. So, Miss Miney, tell us the truth. About what? About what? About where you were, or where you really were at the time of the murder. The witness just testified about that. That's right. I was like sleeping in the side room. Can I really believe her? Was she really sleeping in the side room? Your lies end here. What do you... The witness says that during the actual murder, she was asleep in the side room. And I say that's not possible. There's clearly a contradiction here. A contradiction? Where is contradiction? Help me up! I may have overreached on this one. Is there really a contradiction somewhere? Don't worry. You're on the right path, Phoenix. It might be a little hard for you to see the contradiction, but it's there. Just this once. Do you want me to help you out? Why would it be impossible for her to be sleeping at the time? I mean, people can sleep through hurricanes and shit. So a couple gunshots or vase breaking isn't necessarily going to wake somebody up. There's no proof that she was sleeping there. But how can I prove that she wasn't? Alright, help me. Please, I need your help. First, calm down, Phoenix. Good. That girl, she slipped up with her words. Her words? She really was in the side room the entire time. Did she just testify about something she shouldn't have any knowledge of? What is that? The rest is for you to figure out on your own. Okay. Let's do this. Witness says that during the actual murder, she was asleep in the side room. I say it's not possible. It's in her testimony. Earlier in her testimony, Miss Miney made the following statement. And like, Miss Morgan was the only one in the channeling chamber, you know? It's true that at the time, both myself and Miss Hart were not there. We had gone to call the police. So, like, what does that, like, have to do with anything? It's very simple. Miss Miney, how did you know? How? I can see that Miss Faye was the only person in the channeling chamber. However, someone who was asleep in the side room could not have known that. Which means, Miss Miney, you did, in fact, go to the channeling chamber. But you didn't go there by the winding way. Secret tunnel. Not really.
But look at the manor guide map. If one were to go between the side room and the channeling chamber, one would have to use the winding way.
Yeah, that's right, Your Honor. Which is why I have to ask this very important question. Where was the witness at the time of the murder? Miss Miney, answer the question. Don't ask a question off of a baseless assumption, if you please. Well, I suppose since you've put it out on the table, Mr. Phoenix Wright, you might as well answer the question for us. Where was the witness at the time of the murder? Now's your chance, Phoenix. Yeah! The only person who could have killed Dr. Gray was Miney. Sorry. So now is the time to prove it.
Now then, Mr. Wright, let's hear your answer. Where was the witness when the murder took place?
In the channeling chamber. Miss Miney was here.
What? But But that's the channeling chamber.
Isn't that the crime scene?
Yeah.
Miss Miney was at the scene of the crime. That's what I'm getting at. Very good, Von Karma.
Order! Order!
Mr. Phoenix Wright, have you lost your mind? Yesterday's testimony established that only the victim and the defendant were in the chamber when the channeling started.
Yes, that is correct. Please, explain yourself, Mr. Wright.
She was hiding at the scene of the crime, Your Honor. Like, really? Really, Judge? Really? I was hiding? I gotta sneeze.
Where was I hiding?
Behind the folding screen.
Behind the folding screen?
Don't make me say this again. Recall yesterday's testimony. There ain't no way anyone was hanging out behind that folding screen. See? You stupid jerk. Quit being so quick dependent on me, slimeball.
Now, Miss Miney. One so young as you shouldn't be seen.
Shut up, Gramp! That's you know exactly how old I am. Looks like the pipe's about to burst. Guess I should it should help it along. Just start banging on it. The witness was hiding behind the folding screen with the help of this. Miss Miney, how you were able to hide is very simple. You were hiding inside the box. That tiny little box, no one can fit in that.
Alright, my theory has already been disproven. Lana disproved you when she was hiding from me in it.
But that clothing box was in the side room, right? Which means it has nothing to do with the murder at all. That's right. I was sleeping there, so I should know. The clothing box was there in the side room the whole time.
Mr. Wright, do you think you can prove where the clothing box was at the time of the crime?
Yes. I present the piece of evidence. This clothing box was at the scene of the crime when the murder took place. Do I do the box or do I do this again? I think we do this. Take a look at this yeah, okay. You're so stupid. As if there's any sort of evidence in that old thing.
What on earth?
I don't have time for you to sit there surprised. Hurry up and say it already.
There's a hole. About 8 inches off the ground.
8 inches? Sure. You wanna measure that? Be specific, Judge. Because we heard that number before, didn't we? The folding screen. It had a hole the same height.
Yeah. Yep. Good job.
I hope this has opened your eyes to what happened. At the time of the shooting, the clothing box was sitting behind the folding screen, which is why the bullet from the pistol hit both the box and the folding screen. Went through the screen and then into the box. Miss Miney, you were hiding behind the folding screen waiting for your chance. Yes, for your chance to kill Dr. Gray.
Order! What do you say?
Then, Mr. Phoenix Wright, what about this picture? Are you saying that the person in this photo is Miss Eenie Miney? That's exactly what I'm saying. Miss Eenie Miney, you were hiding inside the clothing box all along. And you wore a medium's costume to masquerade as Maya Fey.
Masquerade as Maya Fey?
She had it planned from the very beginning. She would kill Dr. Gray and pin the blame on my client. No! Stop! Can't stand to listen to any more of this foolishness. If that's the case, Mr. Phoenix Wright, then I have a proposition. This whole idea that the witness moved the clothing box into the crime scene, pretended to be the defendant, killed the victim, and then fled the scene of the crime. It's not possible for one person to do it all by herself. Nope, it's not. It really is impossible for one person to do it all, to do all the preparations, that is. Ow! Need I remind you, the foolish receive no mercy. Miss Von Karma, you said it was not possible for one person. Well, you can't be serious. Miss Miney, you had an accomplice. Morgan Le Fay. This person? If it wasn't someone from Korean Village, you couldn't have gotten the costume. And if it wasn't someone from the Fay household, you wouldn't have that box to use. Morgan Le Fay? Isn't that the wonderful lady witness we had earlier? What do you have to say to this, Miss Miney? You shot Dr. Gray with your own two hands. You deny it? I need some tea. Because that just destroyed my throat. I think this is what really happened. The murderer had planted herself at the scene of the crime long beforehand. Dressed in a medium's costume and wearing a wig, she pretended to be the defendant. And then the channeling started. The murderer crept silently towards the other two, both of whom had their eyes closed. First, she drugged Maya Fey with a strong sleeping agent. Then, she stabbed Dr. Gray with the knife. Next, she hid my client inside the clothing box. She did that so she could take Maya's place and frame her for the crime. But that's when something unexpected happened.
Unexpected?
Yes. Dr. Gray was actually not dead. With the last of his strength, he fired a shot at his attacker. And that is why the hole in the folding screen was so low to the ground. The murderer then took the gun from Dr. Gray and
After that, you and the other lady thought to break into the room?
yes. A gunshot is certainly something you wouldn't expect to hear, which is why upon hearing the shots we forced our way into the channeling chamber. Miss Miney, she immediately covered her own costume with blood and pretended to be Maya Fey. But that sort of deception would have been easy to see through, which is precisely why Morgan Le Fay chased us out. Please leave this area to me. Go quickly and inform the police. Hurry, before there are more victims here.
What is one supposed to say?
This is the real truth behind this murder. Something's still missing.
Who is that? Laughing at a time like this?
Oh, you simple-minded fools. I'm sorry. Are you still by chance evolving? What? What is it this time?
Miss Von Karma, surely.
Of course it was me. Do you really think someone of Von Karma blood would lose due to something this petty? What? Oops. Mr. Phoenix Wright, your argument is flawed in one very crucial area. And that is? If this witness is the real murderer, why would she go through all this trouble? We kind of already established that. Working together with a medium, pretending to be one, putting on this whole act. What reason would she have to do such foolish things? That's right. That's exactly what I was gonna say. Oh, and one more thing. Why would Miss Einy Miny want to kill Dr. Gray? Where is her motive? Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted to say too. Yeah, motive. I don't have motive. You killed your sister. She caused the incident years ago at Dr. Gray's. If he would have brought Eeny Miny back, it would have revealed that that's Meanie. I can't say she has no motive here. I have to think of a motive now. What is her reason for wanting Dr. Gray dead? The reason you wanted Dr. Gray dead is the car accident would probably be the best. Okay, why is that not it? What did I... What? I thought... What? Why are you guys talking like I showed a word? Save it. I mean, I did show words. Whatever. Profiles and sister. Just as I thought. You bored me with, why is it not the sister? Because through that accident, you suffered a lot of hurt and pain yourself. Don't be stupid. No one has proof that Dr. Gray drugged my sister, right? And you want to say I wanted to take revenge based on nothing? What do you mean by that? Senile, stupid Gramps. I'm like, going to explain, so like, please listen, okay? It's been over half a year since I was discharged from the hospital. If I like, wanted revenge, then like, I wouldn't have waited this long. And besides, like, the guy that thought of the spirit thing was like Dr. Gray. It was like a total coincidence. He asked me about it, you know? Exactly. That gave you the opportunity. Pathetic, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I spilled. You failed to support your own theory. The end. You're not good at this.
What Miss Miney has stated is very true. The revenge plan is overly complicated, and she has no motive in the first place. Furthermore, there is no reason for Morgan Le Fay to cooperate with this plan. You don't even have any truly decisive pieces of evidence to demonstrate your point.
I have the entire story played out already, alright? So many faults, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You should really learn your place. What happened? I thought I had her for sure. See, like, it's just as I, like, told you. I hope you like your slice of humble pie.
I now conclude the cross-examination of Miss Eeny Miny.
Mia? Your Honor, please, allow the defense one more minute.
Alright.
Can't lose here. Have faith in yourself, Phoenix. Mia? Yes, it does sound like a ridiculously messed up plan for a murder. But you know, regardless, that girl trained for this crime. Really? Listen, Phoenix. Everything happens for a reason. There is a reason for why she had to kill Dr. Gray. And it is also the reason she had no choice but to kill him in this fashion.
Time is up, Mr. Wright. Your final answer, please. If you want to say that you can prove Miss Miney had a motive, then why did she kill the victim in this way? Can you provide the reason? Save so we don't lose progress.
I'm not totally confident here, but I know that I must press on no matter what. That's right, Phoenix. Only you can do this now.
I will show and substantiate the fact that Miss Miney had a motive.
Too bad. You're too late. My cross-examination has already ended, after all. Interesting. I'll let you have your chance, Mr. Phoenix Wright. What? You're supposed to be on my side! Hey? A Von Karma only cares about the perfect win. As long as you have the will to fight, I will knock you down, Mr. Phoenix Wright. And I don't care if you are my witness. So help me, I will throw you out of my way. No way.
Very well. The court will take a 5-minute recess. We will continue the cross-examination after we reconvene.
Hey, wait!
That's going to do it for today's episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. Tomorrow will be the final episode of this case. We are going to wrap it all together. We are going to prove that Eenie Miney isn't actually Eenie Miney, that she's Meanie Miney, the sister that was supposed to die in the car accident. Multiple things of evidence are here for us. Multiple statements state that Meanie was driving and Eenie was in the passenger seat, and in her testimony Eenie stated that she got out of the right side of the car, the right door. This is in America. They drive, the steering wheel and everything's on the opposite side. So she got out of the driver's side. At least that's what I'm gathering from that. He came to her and told her that he was gonna go channel. He's stupid too, Dr. Gray. I don't think he put a 2 and 2 together that Eenie and Meanie were sisters. But he talked to her and mentioned about the Crane village. So she saw that as her opportunity to eliminate him. She didn't want to. Originally, she didn't really care. Maybe she did. Maybe she was planning different things. But she did it now because if he would have went and channeled the sister, they would have found out that Meanie didn't die, Eenie died, and that Meanie hit herself because she's the one that caused the malpractice. That's my case that I'm putting together going forward. But until then, thank you guys so much for watching. As always, I greatly do appreciate it. Truly, truly do. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Until next time. Peace out, Girl Scouts.